These are the best watches for fat people.
You think people will be offended this time?
I don't give a and if they're offended, they need to have a good look at themselves, because I personally am fat. I deal with it, and I don't blame some creator that talks about watches that wants to help him because he's fat and his watches are shit. I don't blame creators like that. Listen, there's people that like being fat. Fat people deserve nice watches too, you know. After the video for the perfect watch collection of poor people, someone asked to do a collection for fat people. We will have several classes of fat people's watches. For the poor fat guy, but also for the middle class fat guy, and of course, the rich fat guy. And you know what? Fat is not a bad word, and it's not bad to be fat.
It's a sign of wealth.
Wealth belly. I don't like fat women though. No, we cannot put that in, genuinely. I will be slated. I like a wee bit of controversy, but I don't like these just stop oil feminist bullshit people.
Just stop eating.
Just stop eating. Just stop eating. To be fair, I am fat. You have those keyboard warriors that are now going to be offended and shit. It's funny.
You're not wearing a watch right now.
That's embarrassing. Can you also do me a favor, Johnny, when I get a watch, yeah? Blur this Balenciaga shit out. I'm not a pedophile because I wear Balenciaga, yeah?
Best watches for pedophiles.
Well, that's a minority. A Mr. Beast video.
I stuck 50 pedophiles on a private island.
Ava Tyson, you're a disgusting creature, you know that? You need a good look at yourself in the mirror. Scumbag. Anyway, I bought this t-shirt like 5 years ago. It's the only thing that still fits. Let me get a watch. In the Ryan Reynolds video, I talked about the dark side of the moon, the Speedmaster that was 2 millimeters bigger, 44.25. And when I was younger, when I was less rounded than I am now, it really looked out of proportion. Now I'm fat, now it looks perfect. I had a very good reason to become fat, so I can wear the dark side of the moon. But do buy it pre-owned, not new, because otherwise you get in the ass royally.
So that's like...
Yeah, it's not really legible. It's not like, oh what time is it? Holy I have no idea. I see 69%, how do you dirty actually 69. 69% of you are not subscribed. So get the out, subscribe now, and let's talk watches. And if you want to buy a watch, sell a watch, prideandpinion.com. Let's get stuck in the video for the fat people. I got yous, I want to use. Don't forget that. Let's talk watches. I'm going to start off with a very interesting watch from a brand that you all know, because one of the most popular watches comes from this brand. We're talking Tissot, and we're absolutely not talking about the PRX. Tissot is actually a really old watch brand. A lot of people don't know that. They're dating back at like 1850. As well, they're very much known for sponsoring several lower class sporting events. I remember that cycling race where your man was disabled, or was it Paralympics, right? And he was gifted this watch, but he didn't have any arms.
Oh yeah, was that Tissot?
Yeah, that was Tissot. It's a wee bit embarrassing. Tissot is a long watch brand that adds a lot of value to the industry. To be, of course, in the lower end from Swiss watchmaking. But some of the stuff are actually quite good. This is, for me, a really good proposition for £400, which is the equivalent of, say, $500. The Tissot Chrono XL, 45mm pancake with a beautiful sunburst blue dial. Right, I'm just gonna say this the way it is, yeah? There's a quartz movement in this, and quartz is cheap as movement. I know, but this is a £400 watch, but it doesn't look like a £400 watch. It looks like a watch that could be significantly more expensive. I mean, the case is made out of stainless steel with a gold PVD coat over the case, but with a blue dial and that blue strap, it does look like a significantly more expensive watch. And yes, I know. And we all know, quality, it's not the best watch in the world. And movement-wise, it is a wee bit shite. But it is also an interchangeable strap. So you can put different straps on there, which I would definitely not recommend, because this is literally perfect. With 2-year warranty, a 400 quid watch. You cannot go wrong, and it looks significantly more expensive than it actually is. I don't think you can buy a better watch as a fat guy. For the poor fat person, that's the watch you should be buying. You need to bear with me with this one, and let me explain. A brand, Maurice Lacroix, we never talk about them. I think I've never mentioned them on a video. One of the reasons why I never really talk about them is not because they make watches, because they don't. I feel their retail price is not very much justified. Look at the secondary price. You can buy several of their incredible Acon collection for like 60% cheaper than they are at retail. So that shows that that is where the true value of the watch sits. But now I need to pick the perfect watch for the not poor fat person, but the one that has a wee bit of money, but like, I mean, is still fat. I really like the Icon Automatic. I think it's a beautiful watch. And I also think it's a very creative bracelet. If you look at other watch brands, they all try to copy themselves. And to be fair, Icon stayed a wee bit original with their bracelet. And I like that. You can pick up that watch that retails, what is it, $3,000-$4,000, but you can pick it up for $1,500, like $1,500. And Maurice Lacroix, Icon, reference number A16038. Sorry, I had to read that because I never speak about them. A day-date functionality, a chronograph, an automatic watch, 44 millimeters, a perfect fat man's watch, $1,600. You cannot go wrong with that. The best watch for the middle-class fat person. I thought about this long and hard, yeah? It has a wee bit of a controversial history, something that the brand is not very proud of to talk about. Nazi watches. But this started actually in 1940, where the German Luftwaffe needed watches to navigate into time distance and to time speed. They did use a manual watch. In this case, the IWC Big Pilot started around the 1940s. It really got its modern shape quite some years after the Second World War, starting from about 2002. These were all proper tool watches, used to navigate and used to measure distance, speed, longitude, etc. From 2002, we saw the first Big Pilot being introduced, reference number 5002. This is a watch that was truly inspired by the iterations in the 40s, the watch that was sold to the Germans. And for me, the 5002 is and will always be my OG Big Pilot. After watching a video 10 years ago where John Mayer made the statement, this is the watch I love the most because I can wear it on my wrist, enjoy it, but I can also put it on my bedside table, use it as a clock because of the sheer size of it and the lume on it. A couple of years later, I saved up so I was able to buy my own IWC Big Pilot, reference number 5002. I still have that today. Absolutely adore that watch. And I think you can buy them today between $4,000 and $5,000 pre-owned, making this the perfect watch for the middle class fat person. Before we get into the rich fat people, I want to talk to you about the new drop of IFL watches, which is perfect for fat people. This is a tribute to Steamboat Willie. Willie G, you know yourself. He's finally free, you know, we can draw Willie. This is to commemorate a new chapter, the next chapter for Steamboat Willie.
He's a DJ now?
Oh, he's DJing. Steamboat is fully hand painted and glows in the dark, which is funny. Look at that. Gareth, why the hell do you have a UV light? What do you have to hide? What are you doing? Listen, that's class, I like that. Every single watch is hand painted, making every single watch basically unique. And there's only 150 available. So make sure you do not miss out. You know the crack, you know the game. First link in the description. IFL, thank you so much and congratulations with this incredible watch. To the upper echelon of wealth and bellies, we are now going to talk about the millionaire fat person, not the billionaire fat person. Remember that 50mm titanium pancake that bullshit Rolex produced? Yeah, that one. It's a Rolex for fat people. 50 mil, mate. You need to be extra fat, like. I mean, I'm wearing XXL, yeah? But you need to be wearing 5XL to make this look acceptable. Have you seen the size of the fucker? I've seen it in real life. Mate, it's bigger than my head. And for me, absolutely one of the most pointless watches I've ever seen in my life. The Rolex Sea Dweller Deep Sea Challenger, reference number 126067F AT. Ridiculous watch. And I don't even know what the value is. I've never seen anyone wearing that. And if I do, I'm gonna tell them to go to a mental institution. They're a wee bit more expensive than I thought. The cheapest on the market is £34,000. You're not only fat when you buy that watch, you're also retarded. You're absolutely, if you spend that money on that watch, you're retarded. I would ask help either from your parents if they're still alive or they died because of the misery you caused them, because this is horrendous. You're not good in the head, yeah? There's something wrong with you in the brain, yeah? I don't know if you know how big 50mm is. If there is someone in the comment section here that spent over $40,000, is fat and wears that watch every single day, you're a very rare species, and I think we need to do research for that. We need to do research to your species because you're different. And now, the watch for the real fat person with real money, the billionaire fat guy. Basically, when he enters a room, the watch enters first.
Just watch and belly first.
Watch and belly first. Watch, then the belly, and I'm like, wow, I don't know what's more impressive, the watch or the belly, or your money. It's either one of them. That's the Richard Mille RM25. Remember Sylvester Stallone had his care package thing in a compass and that? That is the real fat person's money watch. When you have that watch, it's end game. The perfect big boy rich guy $1 million watch. RM25. It's not the best looking, but fat people are not the best looking. Just about status. Wealth, belly, wealth, watch. That's how we roll. The irony on this is, it's like an adventure watch for when you go out on an adventure. But do you ever see a fat guy strolling around the jungle? I don't. The watch is worth between $900 and $1 million. If you got a big belly and a big wallet, that's your watch. That's your go-to. These are my perfect picks for fat people in every walk of life. Put in the comments which minorities you want to see next.